Okie dokie. Oh my goodness, we are doing it. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Hoard of Tales Twitch, where we are running a special game for Women in Gaming Month. We are running Honey Heist right here. I'm so excited to get into it. Why don't we just go around? I'm gonna go in the order that I see people. Just go ahead and introduce yourself. Introduce where can we find you? What do you like to do? And then introduce who you're playing today. So I will start with Anna.
Okay. Hi, I'm Anna, also known as Lalion Cosplay on Instagram or Lalion Photo on Twitter. I am a cosplayer. I do role-playing games and GM, DM, all that. I will be playing Pandy Lofts, and if you get the Tamara Pierce reference, I will be very happy. I am a panda bear who is adorable, and I am the washed up muscle of the group.
Beautiful. Next, let's go ahead and go to Aida.
Hi, I'm Aida. I will be playing a vicious, savage honey badger who is retired and considers herself to be a bit of a philosopher. So I will be playing Aristotle.
And up next, Jenna, go for it.
Hi, I'm Jenna. You can find me at PhiloJenny on Instagram and Twitter. I will be playing Ferdinand Grizzle. He is a sun bear with the special ability to sense honey wherever he is. And his role in the heist is that he is the face of the operation. So he's actually the one who brought the people together, but he has never actually done a heist before. He is the son of a famed crime lord, Claudia Grizzle, and he's taken over the family business. So he's a bit of a rookie in the situation. So we'll see how that plays out for him.
Yeah, absolutely. And last but not least, Lena, what about you?
Yes, I am Lena. You can find me as Sonderkind on either Instagram, Twitter, or Tumblr. Sometimes I manage to do digital art that I put up there. And today I will be a black bear called Pauna Hill. She's a very slick kind of person. She can also climb really well. And so far, her greatest con has been to convince everyone in the team that she's definitely supposed to be here.
I love it. I love it. And I'm just going to bring it around to me. I'm so excited to be your bear master for this game. My name is Lexi McQueen. You can find me on Twitter at Black Girl Mage. I'm also on Twitch as Black Girl Mage. And like I said, I will be running this game. So Honey Heist. Honey Heist is a very fun, simple one-page game. It is by Grant Howitt. And essentially, it's a game where everyone is playing a bear of some sort, or honey badger, I guess. It's very simple. You are a bear and you are about to pull off the biggest, largest con that anyone's ever seen. As bears, you have two different skills. You have a bear skill and you have criminal skills. So you have those two stats, and each stat starts with 3 points in them. 6 points max. So this is a D6 related game. So essentially, anytime you're going to try to do something bear related, which is like, oh, I'm going to claw this thing open, I'm going to roar at this crowd to make them run away, I'm going to climb up a tree, I'm going to have you roll a bear stat. And so you'll roll a D6, and your goal is to get equal to the number or below whatever stat you have on your bear side. Whereas literally everything else is going to be rolled with criminals. So if you want to talk to someone, if you want to try to steal a cart, if you want to try to, hack a mainframe, if that's what you want to do, that's all going to be criminal. And like I said, you roll a D6 and you want to get equal to or below the number in your criminal stat. The goal is never to reach 6 points in either your bear or your criminal, and you'll just be kind of shifting the points, like you'll shift the points over and away from. If you go fully 6 points in your bear, you're gonna completely forget the mission, go completely feral, and start going off and doing your bear thing, which is like mauling people. I don't know, like whatever bears do in crowds. Whereas if you go completely criminal and have 6 points in criminal, you will go off on your own, forget the plan, and just go greedy and start your own thing and run away from the team and not include them in anything else. It's either way, it doesn't really go well for the team if that happens, so, or for you. So you want to keep yourself inside of the bounds of the bear stats without hitting 6. The way that we're going to do that is if your plan is starting to go well, or if plans are going well, if things are going well for you, then I'm going to ask you to move a point from bear into criminal. If your plan fails, you roll a d6 and you fail, and you're getting a little frustrated because you're a bear and these things should be working out for you, then I'm going to ask you to move a point from criminal into bear. And on top of that, just doing criminal and bear acts are not the only way to get points in either side. If you feel you're too dangerously close to going full criminal, you can eat a paw full of honey and regain a bear point, like move a bear stat over. Whereas if you think you're getting dangerously close to running off and being a bear by yourself in the woods, you can have a war, like not a war flashback. You can have a little like criminal flashback of like the last time that you ran a heist like this, or the last con you pulled, or the last time you had to do anything close to your role in the party. So those things will let you get those points back. That might have sounded a bit complicated. I promise you it's not. It's just a story about bears that also want to steal as much honey as possible. That being said, let's go ahead and get into the story. So, you all are a squad. You were brought together specifically by Ferdinand because you heard whispers of something big happening underground. You all are a part of a circus. You're a part of a circus that you voluntarily go and perform at because it's fun. You get paid, you get food, you get shelter, you get to hang out with your friends. It's kind of just a good setup. So you all are from this circus and you're living in your bear tent and you're hanging out after a show, talking to each other, and you heard whispers of a nearby circus that came into town. You guys are pretty well established where you are, but you heard a new guy is in town that has all bee related and honey related just stands and prizes, and that sounds pretty interesting to you. So as you're sitting at this table, what are you guys talking about before you hear this con? What are you guys kind of chatting about?
Aristotle is a retired bear, a retired heist member, and she actually knows the group because she used to run heists with Ferdinand's mother, the legendary. And Aristotle would just be kind of sitting back, paw on one hand, to the side, like, in the good old days, we really had to earn that honey. We really had to climb deep into forests and maul open the hives, and did you hear it's coming to us? And we just have to go get it?
Well, that sounds far too simple to me. Things were so much more difficult for us back then, I know. She takes a drink of whatever she's having.
Oh, you've got it's like a glass full of, it's just a glass full of honey. You sit there and you have it up and you're holding it probably for a solid minute before it actually reaches your lips to actually drink it.
I think Ferdinand is maybe a bit quiet. He's hearing these reminiscings of the old days. He's never actually been out on a heist. His mother has built up this great expectation that he'll take over this, and now he's put in charge of this ragtag group. And so I think he's eager, but he's very nervous and just sort of making awkward small talk to these much more experienced bears around him.
I mean, Parna has previously been in another circus, so before that came up, she probably just shit-talked the other circus that she's been in before. She seems confident, but she doesn't actually say a lot that really helps. But on the newest subject, she's just like, well, it could be a trap, but then all we need to do is outsmart the other people, and it will still be easy then.
Thinking is great, says Aristotle. A wise bear once said that the energy of the mind is the essence of life.
Is this still about honey? Because
What is honey?
Delicious.
yeah, that sweet food stuff.
Interesting.
You see a bear. It is kind of it's a sun bear. Walks up to you, Ferdinand. It's your close friend. His name is Francis. You see, he's like, "Hey, what are you guys talking about over here?"
Oh, hey, Francis. We're just planning for, the big, we heard that there's a nearby circus, and I don't know. My mom seems to think this team seems to think maybe it's a good opportunity for me to I don't know, cut my teeth in the old family business, as it were.
Oh, wow, that's big, Ferd. I didn't know you were planning on following after. You're so good in the circus.
Well, I mean, I would really prefer to, kind of do my own thing and maybe express my creative side. But mom really seems me to want to take over for her, so I don't want to let her down. I figured I'll just give it a try, make her happy.
Okay, yeah, that works. The rest of yous, are you going on this mission, I guess?
Oh yeah, anything to support little Fernie. Oh, I've known him since he was a cub, since he opened his first little hive. Oh, he was the cutest thing. You should have seen him back then, pretending to give the post-heist debrief, mimicking his mom. Oh, you should have been there, and now he's going to do it on his own.
Yes, well, he definitely needs our expertise. We have been around for quite a while, and anything to help a dear old friend's son.
Well, y'all, I just heard it's going to be easy honey, and I'm definitely into easy honey.
Yeah, well, if you're interested, I'm pretty sure that Jed over there, and you see this big kind of brown bear that's like so big, and he's stuffed in this little tiny chair, and he's scooping honey from a bowl very slow into his mouth, and then thinking about it, swallowing, and then scooping more honey. You see, he just says, Jed over there, I think he's got plans. I think he knows the place, and he could get you in.
Well, I mean, that seems like the first place to go. We should probably talk to Jed, right? And right, like, and Barry, and is that what you normally talk to the person who has the plans? And okay, yeah, we should go talk to him.
Got this, Ferdy.
Certainly
You got
talking
this.
So,
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, certainly talking to your contacts would be the first plan of attack on any mission that you have.
Okay, thanks, Pandy. So what do you know about this guy, Francis? I don't really know him very well. Should we just go up and talk to him?
Well, like, he's a good friend of your mom's. I think I heard that, but he's where she always used to go get all her plans. At least, like, let me just let you know this. I'm like an intern for him. So you're asking me if I know anything about him, and the truth is that I do everything for him. So yeah, he is where you're gonna go get your plans from. I heard that he has a contact on the inside, but I'll let him tell you everything.
Oh, sure. Okay. Aunt Barry, Patty, Pana, what do you say we go? We should go over there, right?
A wise
Yes,
bear
we'll
once
be
said,
right behind you. Yes, go on. You can do it. Go. And she like starts like nudging you.
a
Yeah, all you
wise
need to
bear
do
once
is
said that well begun is half done.
yeah, all you need to do is relax just a little. Like you just need to pretend that you know what you're doing, and other people will believe you, and then it'll all work out perfectly.
Oh, that's
Oh,
wise.
okay. Sure. I guess Ferdinand will go by himself to talk to Jed, or
Yeah,
Handy like eases her way out of her chair and just like rumbles over behind you, just very slowly, drinking her honey.
Yeah, Pauna will tag along a bit behind, but if you look back at her, she'll just stand there and like give you the finger guns.
Barry was just Barisado was just like, massaging your shoulders, prepping you, and then you go off. But yeah. So you walk up to this huge brown bear. And you see he's like got a spoon in his mouth. And he just and keeps going, lets out a big sigh.
wow, that looks like some pretty good honey. That's clover leaf, right? That's some pretty good stuff. Probably like like a 20-year vintage.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's you got a good nose, kid. You got a good nose. That's exactly what's happening. And he scoops some more.
Oh yeah, I mean, I know my honey pretty well. If it's just between you and me, one day I kind of hope maybe I could go to culinary school or become a chef and have a whole honey restaurant. I really love all the honey. But that's not why I came over. I'm coming over because I heard that you have information about the new honey circus in town.
Ah, yeah, Hidden Springs, yeah.
Hidden Springs, yeah.
Yeah, it's essentially just it's like a carnival, and they have a bunch of normal circus stuff, but they have stands up like we do, but instead of giving out stuffed animals, they give out honey, and he spoons his honey into his mouth.
Did they give you that honey?
This Yeah, this actually last time they were around last year, uh me and your mother, and he points to you, Ferdinand, your mother pulled a heist and got some honey from them, but I hear that this year they upped the security and it might be a bit trickier to get, into their vault.
Oh, tricky, like what's the details? What's the situation?
And he puts his spoon back in his bowl. He says, "This is the thing. Each year the carnival comes, they set up, they settle down for about a week. Today is the first day that they'll be opening up to the public. There will be a lot of people there. And also on top of that, the vault will be for show for the first couple of days. Today is probably when it's most vulnerable. Mainly because they don't have the staff up to like up to code yet. They haven't gotten all of their people yet to bring in everything, so it's least guarded."
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure there's still security, but it should be it should be not as beefy as it normally is.
How many
Okay.
guards would you say there would be?
When we went through, it was about maybe 30, but we went on the last day. So that's probably pretty extreme.
Ferdy. A wise bear once said, improbable possibilities are preferred to be improbable possibilities. You got this.
Okay. Well, I mean, Pana, you were you've got some thieving skills back at the day. You could do some climbing, and Pandy, you've got you're pretty big and strong. And with your brains, Aunt Barry, I'm sure could be able to pull it off. um,
Oh, 30
yeah.
guards, that's no problem. I could do that anytime.
Yeah, it'll be fun. We'll just throw Pandy at the guards, and I'll go through the back,
Yeah, I'll do a little
what I
cannonball
can.
roll through them.
Climb back. Easy.
Ah, this
Going to be
energy
super
is
easy.
this energy to hear from you youngsters is wonderful. A wise bear once said that pleasure in the job gives perfection in the work.
Hey, Aristotle.
Yeah.
That wise bear you're talking about, has it always been the same bear?
What is a bear? Are all bears the same?
Yeah, I'm gonna cut you off right there. Do you want the job or not?
Oh, yeah. Well, sure, we'll take it.
All right, then I guess I'll let you into my stash. And you see this big bear stands up. The chair is still like stuck on his ass. He doesn't seem to notice it. It's fine. He walks over to the sides of the tent, and you see normally the sides of the tent are like you can just lift them and walk out into the forest where you guys are set up. Um, but you see does like a secret knock on the tent wall, on a hard part of the wall, and you see that this part opens, like he knocks a secret knock and then immediately opens under the tent, and it's like a black door, and he opens it and walks inside. He's like, come on then.
Whoa, okay. Sure, let's go. This is pretty cool. I've never seen this
That's
before.
super cool.
After you, Ferdinand.
Yeah, sure. Let's go. And he walks down into the passageway or whatever this is.
Yeah. You all start to
And
walk
follow.
into this long dark channel. It's like kind of like a tunnel. It's pitch black until you see he reaches forward and knows exactly where to grab. When he opens up the tent, light floods out of this room. You're brought to a secret part of this tent. It is filled with like warm light, and you just see a bunch of hats, you see a bunch of cloaks, and you also see a bunch of things kind of spread around. You guys, I shared some items with you before the stream. You can go to that now and you can look through. You can ask questions about anything you would like. But it feels like a spy movie where it's like, oh, we've got the tray that comes out of all of the super secret spy gear. So he just said, oh yeah,
So fun.
take your pick, do what you'd like. And he yells over, he's like, Francis. And Francis comes over, like waddles over. You see he was behind you guys the whole time. And he's like, yeah. He's like, go ahead and get them their hats. What hats do you all want? And Francis sits and waits for you to tell him.
Andy walks over to the display of hats and just picks up the trilby with
Yep.
her fingers and plunks it on her head and says, I remember the days when I wore just a hat like this and I pulled off the biggest heist known. And she just walks off, doesn't even explain what the heist is, just
Okay.
Cool.
Ferd, what do you want?
Oh, I don't know. Probably just something, casual, goes with the outfit. Not too pretentious. I don't know. This ball cap looks pretty good.
Oh yeah, you're right. It does. It's pretty casual. Yeah, that works.
Don't want to be too conspicuous, you know.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And Pauna, what about you?
Well, I saw on TV that when a human wants to look super trustworthy, they put on a suit and all that. And I saw a hat over there that kind of seems to match the general vibe. So I'm going to go with this cool fedora over here.
Beautiful. and Aristotle, what about you?
A wise bear once said that the end of labor is to gain leisure. And among the hats I see here, the epitome of leisure seems to be this bowler hat.
Yeah, that seems very wise to me. Yeah. Uh-huh.
very fancy. I like the little thing, the little decoration it has there.
Looks great, Aunt Mary. Looks great. You all look so cool. We're like a real actual heist team. This is pretty cool.
Ferdinand goes over and he gets you all kind of like do you guys have the disguise sheet up? I can roll for your disguises if you would like.
Absolutely.
Sure, go for it.
Beautiful. Okay. So actually I'll have you all roll me it. So first you see Francis goes over to this huge chest and it has lost and found written on it in like terrible scrawl, and you realize that it is literally the lost and found that when people leave stuff at the circus, this is where it goes. He throws it open. So first I'll have Pandy roll me a d6.
I rolled a 6.
So you have actually roll me 2d6. I'm sorry. So you
Okay.
already rolled one. Roll another one.
The other one's a 1, so 7 total.
So he reaches in and rummages through and then pulls out a pair of black mittens for you. And then roll another 2d6.
These match my hands. 6 total.
Okay, so wait, what is it again? Oh, the two separate.
2 separate, 5 and a 1.
Okay, so he pulls out. Okay, roll. Hold up. Okay, sorry, that doesn't make any sense. He pulls out these blue denim like cargo pants for you. Are these fitting? Do you want me to get another pair? I can.
She like tries to pull them on and they get wedged up like at her knees.
Yeah.
I think that these are for a much smaller bear.
Yeah,
Pandy,
okay.
Pandy, a wise bear once said that good habits formed at youth make all the difference.
Well, my bad habits in my youth led to these hips, so that's not going to happen. And she like slides them down her legs and holds them out to Ferdinand.
That's fine. That's,
I think these would fit you much better than me, if you want.
Sure, I could try them on. I mean, yeah, I'll put these on and I can roll for something later if we get to it.
Go ahead.
Sure, yeah, they seem to fit pretty well.
Oh yeah. So
I'll just roll
Andy,
again.
roll 2 more d6.
Okay. 2 and a 3.
Leopard prints I don't even know what that word is.
I love it.
A leopard print knee-length skirt. I'm making it up. I'm going rogue.
Perfect.
Yes.
She like slides it on and says, "Oh, this is much better."
Oh yeah. So you have your full ensemble. Aristotle, go ahead and roll me 2d6.
A 6 and a 3.
You get a black tuxedo jacket with a shirt and bow tie. Do you
Cool.
are you is this your style?
I look over at Pana Hill.
She seems very jealous.
Would you be interested in this, darling?
Oh yeah, I absolutely want that. Look, it matches my hat.
Okay. And Aristotle is a honey badger. Who is a quarter of the size of these bears.
It was
So-
very much like the suit is like all together and your head is just sticking out or the neck. Like you would have to like
I'm
fast
swimming
your
in it.
paws come out, but you just like kind of crawl out the other side.
I'll crawl out the other side.
Beautiful. The entire ensemble is there for you to pick up, Pana, whenever you're ready. But for now, Aristotle, go ahead and roll me 2 more d6.
3 and 4.
Okay. You get a powder blue. It's like very frilly. It's got some nice designs on it, but it's just a t-shirt.
This'll do. This'll do.
Yeah, on the t-shirt you see that it was inside out at first, and you flip it right side in. That doesn't make any sense. Right side in. And it just says, "I think, therefore I bear." That's it.
Yes.
There you go. Go ahead and roll me 2 more d6.
A 6 and a 6.
Okay, so you get like these gray trousers to go along with the shirt.
This'll do.
Yeah, you
This'll
look like
do.
a professor. It's perfectly fine. Okay, I'm gonna move on to Ferdinand. You can roll me a 2d6 and see what you get, and you can pick which you would like.
Sure. I got a 2 and a 6.
Okay, so you get this it's like this long trench coat. It's like a and it would be so cool. It'd be so heisty if it was not tie-dyed pink, yellow, purple, blue.
Oh no.
90s style. It looks like a 90s style kids like a kids game, game store carpet styled
Yes.
that idea.
You know, I imagine Ferdinand as like if Timothée Chalamet was a sun bear. So I think I think he would actually wear something like that. I think he's like, wow, this is so cool. And he like puts it on with this gaudy multicolored duster jacket. He looks like he's stepped off of Teen Vogue or something.
It's amazing.
I mean, it does.
Darling, that matches perfectly with those jean cargo pants.
Yeah, and with the baseball cap, it's a full
Oh.
outfit, man.
Perfect.
Ferdy. A wise bear once said that the ideal man bears with the accidents of life, with dignity and grace, making the best of any circumstance.
I mean, yeah, this seems like pretty cool accidental circumstances. So yeah, I'll take it.
Mhm.
And then roll me one more. 2.
Sure.
Yeah.
4 and a 1.
Okay. Hold up. I hate this option. It doesn't make any sense. Okay. And then you also find some. You said a 4 and a 1?
4 and a 1, yes.
Black leather cargo pants.
Oh, I think I gotta go with the leather. I've got leather pants and the multicolored duster and a baseball hat, but it works somehow because,
Have you considered putting the shorts over the longer pants?
Yeah, put both pairs of pants on. I think I'll stick with the leather. Maybe I'll pack the cargo pants away for later, just in case.
Yeah. Last but not least, your ensemble is complete. We bring it around to Pana, who already has the, suit and tie kind of look. But absolutely, yeah, go ahead and roll 2d6.
Yeah, I got a 1 and a 3.
1 and a 3. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Where is it at? There we go. 1 and a 3. You... Okay, you get like, I don't even know what that word is. Okay, so these peach made out of velour, like, just like skinny jeans, essentially.
Yes.
That's Ferdinand pretty well.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, so far my getup is pretty dark. I definitely need those to brighten it up a bit. Wouldn't you say so?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I feel beautiful. This is a great day so far.
Then you see Francis is like, okay, go ahead. You guys can go ahead and just pick your item, pick what you would like to take out into the field. So yeah, you can go through. What you can do is if you can pick a magic item and read out loud like everything that's on the card that I made, or you can ask me questions about it. I can read it out loud. It's up to you.
Aristotle, having gone on numerous heists before, looks over all these items, puts a clawed paw to her hands. Ah, yes. This always made things interesting. And Aristotle is going to pick up the barrel of black powder, which, as she picks it up, smells funny, tastes worse. But I think I know how this is supposed to work.
Yeah, it's like not a huge barrel. It's like barrel, haha. It's like definitely like a little, it's the shape of a barrel, but way smaller and packed with this black powder. You see that you can kind of, Francis kind of had it pried open with like a screwdriver or some sort of lever. So he just like puts the top on it, hits it all around so it's completely shut, and hands it to you. And it's just like, okay, be careful with that. It's not untested, but it can be a little scary around fire.
Gotcha.
What is everyone else getting?
Well, Pana has found like looks like a smartphone, so essentially to her it's just a tiny box, and she holds it up in between her claws, which looks just a little ridiculous because it's very slim and she isn't. And then she just goes, "Oh, I've seen humans use something like this. They put speech in and then other speech comes out. So I think this little tiny thing here will actually understand us as birds and puts out our wishes in a language that humans might be able to understand. It's like a Google Translator, but for humans."
It's true. So a note on that one. It has 3 uses on it. So when you wanted to, you can only. It depends on the situation. I'm going to say like it'll probably be like 1 sentence tops, or maybe like a few sentences to upkeep a conversation. But when you do that, you just basically have to say like, "Hey Siri," and then put in what you're gonna say, and then I will act as Siri to see what it outputs. But yes, so Francis just says, okay, yeah, this is, it's untested, so it might be a little bit wonky. I'm not really sure. But it seems cool. It seems fitting.
Yeah, we can work around the
Yeah.
kinks. It'll be fine. I'm good with words. It'll work out somehow.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So Pandy, looking around, immediately hones in on what looks to be bamboo.
You like walk up to, you like step over to this bamboo and you pick it up and you see, you go to like eat it and Francis is like, wait, that's the wrong side. And you're like, there's no sides to bamboo. He grabs it from you and it's like, look, and he takes out, it's this long kind of handcrafted bamboo shoot. And you see he turns it on one side so all of these like darts come out of it, and it's essentially just like these little honey darts, very small, but there's about 3 or 4 of them, and he just says, yeah, it works most effectively on humans. You can use it on other animals, but bears, just like, we think it's fun. It's a fun time, but just the honey goes into the blood system and it's so sweet that it makes them dream, and it's it can get you out of a tight pinch.
Well, seems like a waste of bamboo, but okay. She like puts it in her skirt pocket because of course the skirt has pockets.
Yes, it has to. It has to. It's 2021. It has to.
The skirt has pockets.
I love it.
I think Ferdinand looks past the bamboo dart shooter. He looks past the barrel of black powder. He looks past the oil and the web gloves and the honey bombs. And he fixates on a branch sitting on a shelf. And it looks like a branch. And it feels like a branch. And it might just be a branch. But he goes, well, watching all those heist movies growing up, it's always the least expected object that's the most useful. So I think that this branch is probably going to be my best bet. And even though I don't know what it is and it just looks like it's a branch, I think this is going to be my tool of choice. So I'm taking this branch with me.
Perfect.
Oh, Ferdy, I'm so proud of you. Your mother would be so proud. I'm going to tell her all about it later. You know, a wise bear once said that it is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it.
Oh, well, I mean, I've accepted that I'm taking this branch with me, but I will leave my mind open to whatever possibilities it might give me.
Atta Ferdy.
I mean, I agree with your reasoning, but only because I know I'm not the one selling that branch, because if I was, that would be a regular ass branch.
Well, you know, Ferdinand, one time your mother and I, we pulled off a heist with just a tree branch. And so if we can do it, you absolutely can do it as well.
Oh, well, there we go. I've made my choice.
Yeah, you see Jed just kind of goes, well, are you all ready then?
Yes.
Ready, yeah.
We've made so many plans already. We are all set to go.
All right, well, my contact is, he's next to my little map. You walk to the carnival. There's a bunch of stands. There's the big top. Next to that, that's where they keep all the pets and dogs and cats and anything people bring along with them. But behind there, they've got a little ride-a-bear station, and my buddy works there. I don't know where the honey is, but I think he'll be able to tell you.
Okay, off to your friend then. Right, Ferdinand?
Yeah, right. Right. Let's head out to the carnival.
Beautiful. You all make your way. You all know exactly where this carnival is. You guys have been shit talking it for a while, like before it even settled down. Today is their first day being open. Before you even reach the town, you kind of are walking through the forest, and you get a glimpse of it before you even get to it, you do see that Jed was correct. There is a bunch of stands and stalls where people are just kind of calling out like, oh, come over here and, sink a ball in the fish bowl and you will get oh, that's my worst improv idea. A fish bowl full of honey with the fish in the middle, Oh, shoot an arrow at a jar of honey, that kind of thing. Climb a rope. If you get all the way to the top, you'll dunk yourself in honey. Like, it's kind of like the theme, you understand the theme, but they're just not quite getting, like, it's just not getting across very well. But it is packed. You see, there's a lot of people, a lot of families, a lot of kids. You do see a bunch of stands. You see where the big top is. You see kind of a bunch of little tiny tents in the back where you think people might be sleeping. You're kind of used to that. That's where, the animals rest and also the humans rest as well. But yeah, you have maybe a minute or two to plan before not a minute or two, you have a little bit of time to plan how you're actually going to get into this. You don't exactly see where the Ride-A-Bear station is. So you think you might have to just enter and, find out for yourselves where it is. But you have a few minutes to plan if you would like.
I recall from the information we received that there is a place where the humans park their smaller animals. What if we release them, make a bit of a distraction to get to those bears?
That sounds like a brilliant plan. If we enter this area, are the humans going to be terrified that bears have come on the scene?
This is the greatest part about Honey Heist is that no. So you are all, because you are balancing your bear selves and your criminal selves, when you walk up to a human, they're going to be like, oh, you're just hairy, like they're going to be like, okay, hairy dude, fine, like whatever, stop growling at me. Unless you like, even if you were to like reach out your hand and get something, they're not exactly they're gonna be like, okay, this is weird but cool. They will start to suspect if you try to do something super bear-like in front of tests of strength aren't gonna do anything. It's pretty cartoony. Like if you were to like use a claw to do something, they'll be like, that's just a really long fingernail. And then when you speak to humans, you're not speaking, you guys can talk in bear to each other, but when you speak to others, like when you try to talk to people, you kind of just like that's how it's, if you tell someone thank you for your service, how it comes out in bear is like, so.
Okay.
You
A
could
very strong bear accent.
Yeah. Okay.
You think you can wander in here, and as long as you're not too obvious about it, possibly make it through.
Okay. Well, Pana, you're pretty good at sneaking around and scoping things out. Can you figure out where these extra animals are kept? And then Pandy, maybe you can either create a distraction or tear open all the cages when we get there.
Well, I have these muscles for a reason, after all.
Yeah, I'm gonna sneak. I'm gonna sneak everywhere. While I'm here, may I suggest also looking out for a back way in case we can't make it out through the front?
Oh yeah, good idea. Okay.
Got this.
I'll,
Got this.
Go ahead.
Ferdinand, a wise bear once said that what it lies in our power to do, it lies in our power not to do. So remember these words, and you got it.
Okay. Well then I'll sit back and let you guys do your thing, and I'll keep an eye out for another way to get out just in case things go wrong.
Sounds like an excellent plan, Ferdinand. Let's do it.
So, step one, what are you doing first off? So I can see if there's any rolls.
Aristotle will go be lookout for emergency exits. So we'll go forward with the forward team.
Okay, so you guys are gonna go scout for back routes, exit routes, essentially.
I think me and Aristotle will do that, and then Lena is going to look for the area where they keep all the pets so that we can create a distraction to sneak in.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'll be joining Pana to tear open the cages.
Okay.
I think while Pauna is scouting for pets, she will also try to find some sort of snack for them so that she can really rile them up.
Mm-hmm.
Pandy, what are you doing again?
I'm when we find the cages of all of the small animals, I'm going to tear them open. So I don't know if this is like really small pets or if this is horses. I have no clue what kinds of animals we have going on here.
Oh yeah. So I will start with Aristotle and Ferdinand first. So you two start to creep and pad your way kind of to the back of the circus to kind of see, oh, what is our exit route? Go ahead and give me a roll for criminal, essentially.
Okay.
1d6.
Yes.
6.
4.
4. Okay. Is that a failure or a success? That's a failure.
Failure.
Correct.
And I got a 4 as well.
4. You two kind of start looking. You're trying to see where you might exit from. It looks like this place is pretty like it's a traveling circus. It's not like it's got fortified walls or anything. So you think if you really were in a pinch, you could just like maul your way out of a tent and just get your way out of whatever tent you're in. If you think that if you got back to where you are or where you were in the forest, like deep in the forest, you could probably lose anyone that was after you because you're bears and you're pretty proficient in the forest. But while you are starting to look, you're kind of getting these thoughts down. You see 2 guards that were leaning up against a tent, the big top tent, and they're kind of like, yeah, I didn't want to ask about it because it's like inflamed and such, and I just wanted to, it seemed pretty personal to me, and it was, and the other guy's like, dude, I am asking you to keep it to yourself. And he's like, I just hold everything in. And then you see as he's describing, the other guy's like, dude, shut up. Wait a second. Are those bears? What do you guys do?
I comment to Ferdinand, you see all these people? A wise bear once said that all human actions have one of these 7 causes: chance, nature, compulsions, habit, reason, passion, and desire.
Yeah, that bear is talking. That bear is
Okay, I think to throw I think Ferdinand is gonna pretend to like he's gonna like play into the criminal aspect to pretend to be like a grass inspector.
Yeah.
like not scope. We're not scoping out the tent. We're just groundskeepers. We're very hairy groundskeepers over here. Just
So as you two kind of like get on both back legs and like start crossing, you're like, "Rrr, rrr, 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 rrr," like looking around, knocking on the trees to like be like, that seems sound. We're gonna cut over to our friends Pana and Pandy. You two you get to the front part of the circus. You start to look, and you see there's a lady. There's a lady that is basically selling tickets. And not really selling, but like giving them out essentially. Um, she looks over. She doesn't seem to be like really looking up at anyone. She's just like, uh, uh she just seems to look up and she just goes, um, are you here for the carnival? And the
Pandy
people
just
in front of you. Oh yeah, go ahead. What was
yeah, no, Pandy just puts out her mittened hand for a ticket.
Yeah,
Doesn't say anything.
you watched the people in front of you just go like, uh-huh, and then she just like where she's sitting just like hands it out. She's like chewing bubble gum and like not really caring. Comes to you, or you guys move forward. Two, like a honey badger and a bear. Oh no, honey badger is Aristotle. But
Mhm.
you see these two bears are kind of like standing upright, very clearly taller than everyone else. Wearing a suit and tie and peach pants, and then what did you end up getting?
A leopard print skirt and
Leopard print.
mittens that match my hands because they're black.
She just like, I like your skirt. Are you here for the festival?
Just hand out, don't say anything, just go,
She's like, okay. And she gives you 2 tickets. She's like, enjoy your time.
and my paws like try to grab them and just kind of crumple them a little bit and just
Oh, yeah.
walk forward.
Absolutely.
That's fine. As Pauna moves on, she just does that little wave that
Yeah.
bears sometimes do
Oh, yeah.
to the
It's like-
ticket person, then she moves right on.
Yeah. She's just like, have a good one. And continues on. You guys enter to the carnival. You see the busy stalls are in front of you. And then you also see where they keep all the pets. So when you kind of make your way over there, you can see it from a little bit walking in to where the stalls are, and you see that it's not that the pets are like in cages or anything. It's literally like a fence where people, it's almost like a dog park. Like you can let your dog, like it's split up essentially. So on one side it looks like a little cat park, like there's tall towers and stuff that if the cats were really maniacal they could get to the top and jump to the other side, but you know they know better. Maybe. And then the other
Maybe.
side is just like a dog park with like a fire hydrant and a tunnel, and you see a bunch of these dogs and cats are just like running around playing, and like people are enjoying the carnival but also watching their dogs and stuff, and can like leave their pets there to enjoy the carnival essentially.
And are there any guards watching these? Like, do they have pet carers basically?
Yeah, it seems like there's like at least 1 or 2 actual carnival, like these teens that work for the carnival that are like just very obsessed with like cats and dogs, that are like every person that walks over, they seem to walk over and be like, did you know that dogs are the, like going off about animal facts to these people. But you do see that one guard seems particularly interested in you two.
Rude.
Okay.
Could you stop staring? Okay, so Pandy,
Mm-hmm.
there's like just a fence, so maybe getting that open won't be the difficulty here.
Mm-hmm.
But there are humans looking at that fence, and I can probably distract them for a bit. But the small animals also seem pretty chill. Like, what if they just don't run out when we free them? What if they like it in there?
Well, I think that if we create an opening, they will be happy to run around and run through the carnival. And if they aren't, well, I could certainly make my way in there and rile them up a little bit.
Oh yeah, that sounds great. I really want to watch that.
Beautiful. So as you two, you have your plan, you're sitting in front of this, like watching the people around you at the stalls moving, and you're sitting there like growling about how you're gonna, go into this and, kick up a little sand. You see that the guard is kind of closing in on you and interested in you, And also, we have our two friends acting like they are groundskeepers and inspecting the grounds around the tent of the circus. And with that, we will return. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. But we will be back in 10 minutes to continue this story and see what happens next. But yeah, thank you for watching so far. Perfect. Okay, thank you and welcome back to our little game of Honey Heist. So last we left off, Pandy and Pana were considering, letting loose the pets in their little parks and seeing if they will actually run off. They noticed that a guard was kind of taking a pretty big interest in them and walking towards them, where our friends Ferdinand and Aristotle were standing in the woods because guards were approaching them as well, and just kind of acting like they're the grass inspectors. So I'm going to cut over to Ferdinand and Aristotle to start. You see these guards walking over to you. When I say guards, this is not like a fantasy world. It's just like literally like if you can imagine security guards for a mall, that's essentially what you got. And you see one of them is like, are bears like outside? And they're walking up, and the other one's like, I think it's a bear. I don't know. They look tall and just covered in hair. And they look at you guys and say, are you guys bears?
I guess we also realized that these guards are calling out to us.
Yes.
Aristotle stops inspecting the grass on Ferdy's prompt, looks over to the guards, grabs her hat, and frisbees it to the side. My hat. I need my hat. And I'm going to go lumber out for the hat I just tossed over.
I cannot tell what kind of action this is. Turtle or bear. I think your goal is to prove to them that what is your like goal right here?
Yeah, that I'm not a bear because bears wouldn't be interested in hats.
Okay, so roll for criminal. 2 success. So you see, he just kind of, to get your hat on. Okay. Ferdinand, what are you doing? As Aristotle goes over and grabs his hat off the ground, or her hat off the ground.
Oh gosh. Okay. I think he's feeling a little overwhelmed. He's never had to prove his humanity to a human before. Oh gosh. What? I think, okay, he's got this extra pair of cargo pants.
Yes.
I think he's going to point to a stain on one of the security guard's pants, and as a gesture of goodwill, offer him the extra pair of pants as a trade. As a sign of humanity, he knows that humans don't like dirty pants.
Go ahead and roll in criminal.
Okay. That's just 1d6, right?
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, okay, that's a 2. And I have a 2 in criminal, so that...
Lower, yes. You see the one, this guy, the higher pitched voice guy is kind of like skinny, stick-like dude who's like in awe of your friend getting a bear, like getting his hat. This other dude is kind of big bellied, bald head, and he's like, thanks, I guess. And he'll
Oh,
take it
yeah.
from you. He's like, do I do this right here or like?
Oh, no.
Right, privacy. Yeah, okay.
Ugh.
I'm gonna go, but we'll be back out here to make sure that I don't know what's happening here, but if you're inspecting our grass,
Let's keep inspecting the grass. Yeah. Mhm.
yeah, you do that. And you see he kind of just like gets his friend, like taps his friend on the shoulder, and then he's like, John, he's got a hat, it's on the ground. I'm waiting, it's so cute. And you look at this guy, this guy fully knows you're a bear. Fully knows you're a bear. It's so cute. It's just like on Facebook. And the other dude's like, come on, and drags him. They go inside the tent through like a back hatch. And when they open the back hatch, you kind of see the big top. Like inside, there's bleachers and such, where you see they're getting the show ready.
Okay.
And just as that happens, you kind of take a breath out. And as you take your breath out, go ahead and move a point from bear into criminal.
Okay.
Yes.
Success.
Yes, I forgot to do it last time. So yes, move a point from bear into criminal. You hear from the front of the tent. You just watch these guys kind of walk in the back. You see the curtains at the front open, and you see a guy come out and just with a top hat. He's wonderful and marvelous, wearing long red, like a long red suit, and just has a cane. He's like, "Come one, come all to the Hidden Springs Circus. You can get all of your honey needs right here in my big top. Watch our tigers juggle honey. Watch our lions jump through rings of honey. Watch our bears eat honey. You'll be amazed." And yeah, go ahead. Were you gonna say something?
Oh, this is just me reacting, but
Oh yeah.
is this me and Aristotle seeing this guy? Or is this
Aristotle are seeing this? And then once we cut over to, I will catch up to the moment that Pana and Pandy see this.
okay?
Yeah.
Aunt Barry, so one of the acts here is just bears eating honey. I figure maybe if we can find the bears that are performing, maybe we could just swap places. We could get in, be some of the bears eating honey, and we could have an opportunity to see what the inside is like. What do you think of that?
Birdie, a wise bear once said that courage is a mean with regard to fear and confidence.
Well, I feel pretty confident about this plan. I'm also a little afraid, so I guess maybe I'm being courageous. I don't know if that's what you meant, but
We got this. We have a good escape route over there. The guards are away, so the other
Right.
two should be okay. And I
Okay.
think they're going to pull it off. So let's wait for them here and tell them what we heard.
Okay, sure.
You two decide on your plan. You start to trudge towards, or you start to just kind of, settle this within yourselves. You're feeling a little scared, Ferd. You're feeling a little, you're like, maybe I can convince myself this is courage. And we will go ahead and cut over to Pandy and Pana. So you two are kind of just like standing there. Like I said, the guard kind of walks up to you.
So
go
as
ahead.
the guard walks up to us, so he's like suspecting that we're bears, right?
You're pretty sure he's noticing something is off.
Okay.
You don't know exactly what.
Are there like a ton of people around us right now, or is he
Yeah.
really the only one looking?
It's it's like where you are standing. I established before that you're in front of all of the stalls, but if you were getting closer to where the pet kind of range is, then you're going to be behind the stalls, and everyone else seems to be turned around to look and ogle at their pets. So
Okay, cool.
Kinda.
So Pana, And I pull out my bamboo honey dart shooter thing.
Yes.
Should I take him out?
Oh no, wait. I think I got this without
Oh, okay.
killing him, I guess. Is that
It
going
won't-
to kill
it won't
someone?
kill him.
No, it wouldn't kill him.
Okay. Well, we'll try to talk it through with him maybe. I mean, I got the little box thing. Gotta be
Okay.
good for something.
I look down at the bamboo, lick my lips and put it away.
Maybe we should set up like a secret keyword just in case.
What should the keyword be?
Let's make it bamboo because I don't think I'm going to need that word normally and it seems fitting. So if I say bamboo, you just knock him out.
Okay, sounds good.
Great. So then when the guard is approaching us and we had our little talk, Porna's just going to turn towards him and straighten her back a bit and stand like a real human and then do the cute little bear wave again that she did on the ticket person earlier.
And I see her do that and I join in.
Yeah, and then she's done doing that, she's just rummaging around in her jacket a bit and then she pulls out that phone that she got earlier.
You see he walks up to you and he says, what's going on here?
Yeah, and Porna just holds up her phone and goes with the other claw like, 1 second, please. And presses on the phone and goes like, hey, persistent, I'm going to need the translation function for a bit, please.
You press the button and it comes on and you immediately hear, hello, how can I help you?
Please translate into human speech. Hello, fellow human.
You say that, you turn the phone out, and you just hear it say, hello, fellow human. And the guy just goes, hi? I'm just wondering what's going on over here. You guys seem to be, you looked a little lost.
Oh no, we want to be here. The site is very nice over here.
You hear it say, oh no, there are bees here, beside here. You see him say, where are the bees at? What do you mean there are bees here?
I look over and point at one of the stalls that is very clearly like bee oriented because they advertised about having bees at this thing.
You see, he just goes, oh, yeah, no, that, okay, I thought you meant real live bees. Okay, yeah. Is there anything I can help you find here before the show?
No, thank you. We are enjoying ourselves very much. We are tourists, so everything is exciting for us.
You hear it say, no, thank you. We are enjoying ourselves very much. We are tourists. I don't remember the last thing you said, but we are tourists. And he just is like, all right. Yeah, I get it. Well, if you need anything, let me know. You know, there are actually I should make you roll for that last one. I don't know why I didn't make you roll. It's fine. It's all right. You see that he just okay, if you need anything, let me know. The pet stalls are over here. You don't seem to have a dog, so you might not need that. The Ride-A-Bear station's over there if you want to test out the bears before, you know, they go and perform. It's fun. They're really cool and cute and fun and nice. And then you can try out any games if you want to. And you see he kind of just salutes and walks away.
Pandy looks down at her bamboo dart thing and goes, man, I really wanted to use this.
Yeah, sorry about that, but I think it's good that it worked out like that. I mean, we can still do the chaos part later when we bother the pets.
Okay, so we are going to take down the fence.
Yeah, did Ferdinand talk to us about some sort of signal?
I don't remember a signal.
Yeah, I don't think he did. So when are we going to do this?
And just as you ask that, you hear, "Come one, come all, to the Hidden Springs Circus." And you kind of hear exactly what they just heard. And you see people are like essentially leaving their pets with these two teenagers to go inside to the circus. Everyone's kind of hustling and bustling. And when you kind of go over to look and see where they're all going, you look across the uh, grass, kind of like the grassy area this is all in, and you kind of see your friends off in the distance. What would you guys like to do?
I wave at them.
Yeah, I
and go,
think when we see Aristotle and Ferdinand in the distance, I'm actually going to stretch. So it's not the cute bear wave. It's like the fellow bear wave where I actually want them to see me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I think a bear that stretches is tall enough to be seen at a distance.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You guys see your friends across the grass. What do you guys do? Ferdinand.
So I did this to be like, am I tearing the thing apart? The
Right.
fence.
Okay, so you see Pandy trying actually to do something
No,
meaningful.
like
and Fauna's
motion.
just next to her like, hello!
Yeah, Pandy's just motioning like, whether you understand that or not, I don't know.
So was there something at the Ride-A-Bear? Was there a person we were supposed to meet or talk to?
Yes, Jed did tell you that
That's
his
right.
connect was in the Ride-A-Bear, and that you
Okay.
need to talk to him to figure out what to do next.
I think if Ferdinand is seeing everyone filtering into the tent, I don't know if we need this pet distraction anymore, but maybe he peers and he sees as the crowd's clear, he sees the Ride-A-Bear and he starts also gesturing with his paws. So everyone's waving and everyone's stretching and he's going over there at the Ride-A-Bear, over to the Ride-A-Bear.
Pandy stops doing the tear apart motion and goes,
Ferdy.
fine.
A
She's
wise
like-
bear once said
Yeah.
that, for though we both love both the truth and our friends, piety requires to honor the truth first.
I'm having trouble translating that one. Should we stay here or go inside? What? I don't know. You're the brains of the operation. What do you think we should do?
Ferdy, I see your mother in you. I think this is a good call. Let's do that. And Aristotle, not being very tall, is going to try to hop and just also help with the pointing towards the Ride-A-Bear. Very little.
I love this image of just everyone doing hand motions. And
Yeah.
Doing like huge bear paw motion, and there's just like hordes of people going inside this.
Yeah.
You guys are just so tall, standing on your hind legs, that you're just taller than all of the rest of them. Okay. What are you, Pandy and Pana? What are you guys doing?
I'm exasperated and wandering over to the Ride-A-Bear.
Yeah, I'm just like patting Pandy's shoulder.
Okay. So
With
go ahead.
Pity that she couldn't do any action today, or at least not yet.
Yes.
But I will do it while moving towards the direction that Ferdinand waved us towards.
Okay. You guys start to make it over to the Ride-A-Bear, and you see, you're walking and you kind of rest on the fence of this thing, and you see two bears that were like, they're two bears that kind of just, it seems like they literally just like make their way around this track. They don't seem to have like harnesses or anything. They're just like chilling and having a fun time walking around, you know? One of them has a kid that is clung to it, that is like, I don't want to go, and its mom is trying, like the kid's mom is trying to like pull them off of the back of this bear, and it's like crying like, I want a pet bear, and the mom's like, it's not sustainable, stop it. And this other bear is on the other side of the track where you guys are. This bear comes up to you and is like, Are you with Jed?
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me a
Being
second.
very obvious.
Oh yeah. Give me a second. You see, kind of goes around in a circle again. Picks up someone. You know, they're on like a track. They have to continue their jobs until their job starts in the circus. They
And
go.
would Aristotle go on the line? Would Aristotle's height somewhat resemble a small human?
Aristotle is the height of a gnome or halfling, so no. But
So a child.
Yeah, a small child. No one would like super bat an eyelash at it. But unless you like failed miserably to, blend in with the crowd. Is that what you're trying to do?
Aristotle would like a ride.
Okay. Aristotle, who are you getting on Ferdinand's shoulders? Like, what are you?
Oh, from the rider bear. If we have to talk to these
Oh.
bears, it would be maybe more inconspicuous to talk to them while riding said contact bear.
Perfect. So you are all over near that area now.
Sure.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
Aristotle, you walk up and you see this very uninterested, lady kind of sitting there. She's just like chewing bubblegum. She's like, it'll be like $1 to ride this bear.
Oh.
Oh my god, it's like a child. Oh my god. And you see her friend that's also manning with her is like, what, Samantha, why would you charge a child?
Oh.
I was like, I just go ahead and roll me criminal. I keep forgetting to make people roll. The story is so fun.
Six.
Oh
no.
6. Okay, go ahead and move that point over from criminal to bear.
Yes, ma'am.
It's like not even a kid. Like, stop trying to judge me, okay? And the other girl's like, it's a child. Ooh. Actually, now that I look at it, what is wrong with you? And like looks down is like,
I think Ferdinand is panicking, sees that this plan is not going on, and I think like nudges Pandy. And it's like, Pandy, do you still have the bamboo? We might have to take these people out.
Pulls out the bamboo thing and is all set to go.
okay. Are you
Looks
just
at Apana,
yeah?
does one of the darts.
I will just let that happen. Hits.
I mean, Paula, she seems a little distressed, but she also didn't have the time to stop you, so that just happened.
Yeah, and you notice that people are filtering into the circus. The act is going to probably start soon. There's way less people out here. So many, like not that many people. Even the guards a lot of them are inside. So you just shoot the dart and the person is just like, oh my god, Samantha, you know what? I think it's time for bed. And she like literally keels over and falls asleep in the grass. The other one's just like, Tabitha, it's not even break time. What are you guys doing? Aristotle, you think if you can get at this girl's ankles, you could mess it up and have her run away. Whereas you guys can terrify, there's way less people out here. You can definitely lean into your bear sides a little bit more if you would like to.
Oh, do I need to roll anything because I just shot someone with a dart?
No,
Or do
I'm
I
gonna
move?
let the dart thing happen. If there were people around, I would make you try to like roll for criminal to see if you were seen, but I don't really think there's anyone around.
Okay.
How to flavor this? Aristotle is going to try to cry, but I think it's gonna come off very bearish.
Okay.
Like, I'm a child. I'm supposed to throw a temper tantrum here, right?
Okay, go ahead and roll for bear. You are a honey badger, so I
Honey
don't know
badger?
how good you are going to be at making bear sounds, but
That's even better.
you can try. Yeah.
4.
4, is that a success for you?
My bear is at 2 right now.
Okay, so that is a failure. So you start to rawr, and this last girl is like, excuse me, little child, you need to stop disrespecting your elders, okay? If you want to ride a bear, it costs money. What are the rest of you all doing?
I think I'll barge in there with my phone and
Uh-huh.
use it to talk to the ticket person. And I'm just going again, straighten my back a little, just stare down at her and be like, excuse me, did you just ask this poor child what is wrong with him?
Excuse me, did you just ask this poor child what is wrong with Zen? She's like, I have no problem with Zen, okay? I understand what's going on there. This child is like demanding a bear ride, and are you your parent? Go ahead and roll criminal for me on this one. This will be the first time I make you roll for this translator.
Okay, I rolled a 1.
Oh, nice. Okay, success. So go ahead and do what you do next.
Yes, I am his mother. And now you made my child cry. I am going to tell my lawyer about this. Who's your manager?
Oh my goodness. Okay. Listen, I don't want to get my manager. I understand this was a misunderstanding. Your child is very hairy and it was scary for a moment there. But I will let them have one free bear ride. 2 sweet.
I think while all this is happening and people are being shot and arguing and being yelled at,
Yeah.
I think Ferdinand is maybe a little timid and overwhelmed, and maybe he just sidles over to the fence and he just tries to talk to the bear. It's like, hey, these guys seem pretty distracted. I don't know. I'm Miss Grizzle's son. We talked to Jed and we're supposed to talk to you. So maybe I'll just do that while everyone's kind of over here, just kind of whatever's happening over there.
I gotta be quick because I gotta go in and perform in a second. But listen, kid, and you see he's like walking with a kid on his back, and you're just talking to you as he's going around. Listen, kid, the honey vault. It's inside the like the big top leader. It's inside his room.
Okay.
But the key, you have to get the key.
Oh, okay. Where's the key?
The key, you're gonna have to go in and watch the show and you'll see it.
Okay.
Once the show
Hey, wait.
once the show is over, he will essentially bring in the vault and show it off. And then after that, he'll let it sit for about an hour in the big top so people can look at it and whatever. Then he's gonna drag it back to his room so he can have it for himself.
Oh, okay. Well, so you're supposed to be one of the bears performing eating honey?
Yeah.
What if I just switch places with you and then I could go into the big top with my crew here? We could all take your places. You guys could have an afternoon off. We're gonna go in and just try to just take some of the honey, you know? And maybe we can bring some back out for you guys.
Sure, but I call your tie-dye duster. I want that. I want the duster. That's it.
Oh, I think Ferdinand has to think long and hard because he's become very attached to this coat. But
you're like thinking long and hard as you're like, oh, and you're still like
walking alongside. You know, I think for the good of the crew, I'll give up my coat and give it to you, and I'll take your place. And he takes it off and hands it over to the other bear.
He goes to you and he's like, okay, wait, before you do that, I'm about to get up to the front. I'm gonna get this kid off my back, and then we gotta figure out how we're gonna do the switch, because these two girls are in charge of putting our leashes on and then walking us into the next big top, and then they'll undo our leashes. So we somehow have got to get rid of them. Are we just gonna scare them?
Okay, well, I think one of them is unconscious currently because of something that one of my associates did. I could try. We've got a cool kind of slick character that a honey badger who's just kind of a loose cannon sometimes. So maybe one of them could get rid of the other one.
Okay, yeah, sure. Go for it.
Okay.
And he makes his way up to the front. The other one's like, okay, ma'am, I will give your care, or I'll give your child. We only have time for one free bear. One free bear, right? Let me just, and you see she like walks over to the bear you were just speaking to, takes this kid off, and like is so frustrated that she has to give something free. She like grabs the kid off this bear, and then like sets it to the side. He's like, go. Picks you up, and it's just like, oh my god, and sets you on the bear's back. What is everyone else doing? So Ferdinand, you just did this plan. This girl's back is turned. You can say something to the rest of your crew. What would you like to do next?
Wait. Hey, we have to, with her back turned, we're switching. We're going to go in the tent, and these guys are going to go take a break. So we need to do something to her. I don't know if you got another dart. I don't know if you want to scare someone or claw them. Pana, I don't know if you want to climb up something and jump on top of her. You guys, do your thing.
Yes.
Well, Pandy, you still have a dart?
Yeah, I still have. There were 6 total, right?
No, it was only 2 or 3.
Oh, okay. I thought there were like 6. So yeah, I still have some.
I mean, you want a dart here, because otherwise I'm going to do that climbing thing.
I can do a dart, no problem.
You do
Great.
a dart. I'm going to go against what I've done so far, and I'm going to make you roll criminal for dart. I'm also going to make you roll for bear for jumping off. I'm going to have, if you guys have plans, just do it all together, and then we'll just,
Okay.
if one thing fails, it fails, and then the next thing's set up. So are you planning
Okay.
to like wrestler WWE style, like go on the corner of this thing and just like jump off and...
Yeah, I just climb off to see if, in case Pandy misses, I can just jump down, and if Pandy hits, I can just climb back down.
Absolutely. Okay.
So either way, I'm going down. It's just a difference in velocity.
Yeah.
Okay, so rolling criminal on the dart. Nope, I got a 6.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a 5 on bear.
Oh no.
Oh
So go ahead and move from criminal to bear. But you see, Pandy, you shoot one of the darts, and it hits the wooden fence. It bounces off the fence, like lands directly in it, but is just kind of sticking there. She's like, excuse me, Pana, you are waiting. You saw the arrow miss, and you jump and start to, you're like doing your bear thing. And as she turns around to say, excuse me, she steps out of the way, and you fall onto the ground entirely. Aristotle and Ferdinand, what are you two doing?
I guess I'm on this other bear right now.
You are on the other bear, yes.
Maybe Ferdinand is gonna he's gonna reach over to the fallen dart and try to just manually stab it into not stabbing her to death, just stick it into her back.
Roll for criminal.
Okay. All right.
Well, good.
1d6. I've Out of 4, which is a failure.
Oh no!
It pricks into the bear you were supposed to switch places with, and he,
Oh
while you're like, riding, it's like a good time, you're riding, and then you hear this bear go, "Whoa. Do you ever think about time and like it spans and stretches and there's no way to measure it?"
Are you the wise bear?
Yeah, what is a wise bear? I consider myself someone who knows nothing. Does that make me wise?
That makes you wise. You've
Rad.
admitted you know nothing.
Rad. You watch as he's like, "I think I'm gonna take a nap," and he just like puts his paws down and like lets you off of him, and then just starts like, he's like, "Nah, this is better," and he starts just like rolling in the grass.
no!
So, okay, what would you guys like to do? I think at this point in time, you have tried all of your criminal things. I think now it is going to be time for me as a bear master to advise you to lean into your bear forms, whether that is.
I have.
I mean, I did try to do a bear thing and it went
You did.
horrible. I face planted myself onto the ground.
This is true.
So, can I just punch her in the face? Knock her out?
Roll for bear, yeah.
I only have
I'm
one
not
bear
rolling the
tick. I
dice
need some
on it.
honey.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you absolutely need honey.
Mm.
Rolled a 5.
Oh no!
So that's a failure.
You go ahead and move your point from criminal to bear. You hit her in the face, and she kind of like, she's like, "Excuse me?" Boom, and falls backwards. You don't feel good about it. You really don't feel good about it. Definitely last resort kind of thing. But they're gone. 2 of them are, they're both gone. And you see guards start to open the tent and be like, "Hey, where are those bears at? What are you guys all doing?"
Uh,
Come on, guys. Come on.
I get
Let's
naked.
go. Let's go. I think Ferdinand is gonna get in line and make his way into the tent. They're opening up the tent for us, so.
As bears or as disguised bears?
You guys, if you
Oh
quickly,
yeah.
you guys quickly like throw off all of your stuff. You see that they like make their way over to you, and you absolutely, you see that they just kind of come on. They don't put any collars on you guys or leashes on you guys. They just kind of like, they're just like, "Come on." And they open the tent. They're like, "You're late. The honey's in the back here."
Oh.
Okay, let's go. Go, guys. Go.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess lumbering forward.
Yeah, just gonna tag along. I'm supposed to be here.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You guys make your way inside, and you see this big top is way too busy for anyone to notice that 4 bears are sitting in the back just eating honey. You see all of the attractions have to do something with honey. You see there is a knife thrower, you see there's a fortune teller, you see that there's a contortionist, a juggler. Everything seems to be like anything that could just be like a ball or a hoop. It's like clear plastic with honey inside of it. Like that's what they're doing. So you guys are kind of just, people are kind of like watching this all go down. They see you guys trudge in, but they're pretty much focused on the main event, which is like tigers and lions and stuff jumping around and people throwing knives and whatever else. You guys have probably a minute before you think anybody's eyes will be on you specifically as you guys get set up.
Samples.
Okay. So just because I know I'm at a 5 in bear right now, and I don't want to I don't want to risk going off on a rampage. As we're setting up, I'm just going to talk about, oh yes, I remember my last heist with your mother, Ferdinand. It was such a grand affair. It wasn't at a carnival. It was at the top of a mountain, and there was this village that was hoarding all of this honey, and we managed to sneak in without them even noticing us, and we stole all of their honey, and there were many, many sad children that night, but it didn't matter because all of the honey was ours.
Oh, Pandy, that was the high altitude honey. Oh, that was such a heist you came back
was
from.
Very good batch of honey.
Oh yeah,
Check
I
it out.
definitely remember being there. There was a lot of climbing involved.
Yes, there was certainly a lot of climbing involved. It was up a very tall mountain with lots of rocky paths.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds pretty cool. That sounds way harder than what we're doing now, and yet it seems like we're having a way harder time just kind of getting into a circus. But it's probably just because I'm new at this, So we'll just keep going. We're in the tent now, so I think we'll be fine.
Oh, don't worry, Ferdinand. You're good. The staff here is just super rude. It's not you, it's them.
Yes, it's definitely them. You're doing such a good job, Ferdinand. Don't worry.
Ferdy. A wise bear once said, if one way be better than another, then you may be sure that is nature's way. Oh, look, honey.
Yes, you. So Pandy and Pana and Aristotle kind of got in on it too. You guys can go ahead and move. Go ahead and give yourself a point in criminal. You are all also served like these huge jars, like just these huge glass jars of honey. And you see people are like looking over. And there's just high intensity, acts going on, and then finally you hear the carnival leader just kind of say, "And now our beautiful bears doing what they do best, eating the beautiful black lotus honey." And you see him stretch out his hand towards you, and everyone gets really, really quiet. And it's just like the big top goes completely dark. There's a spotlight on you four, and you just have these jars of honey in front of you.
I think Ferdinand just scoops some honey up and kind of like laps at it, kind of.
You just what are the rest of you guys doing?
Oh,
Waving and eating.
Yep. I motion to someone and say in bear, give me a glass, darling. I can't eat it like this. Give me a wine glass.
You see one of the carnival workers is like, "Oh, I forgot the water. And they go and grab something and put it in front of each of you guys.
Is it like a glass like this?
Yes.
Okay. I look at it, look at the honey, and just go, better than nothing. And I just pour it into the glass.
So you pour it in the glass, you drink it, and then are you taking some of the honey?
I'm taking a very little.
Okay. Just to let you guys know, if you do eat honey, if you don't have to move that point, it's just like optional. That's it. That's all I'll say. Ferdinand is first, takes a like pawful and starts eating it. Pana is next. Aristotle dips a little badger hand in, and then you see the audience is like holding, and the carnival worker goes and grabs your glass, brings it back. Pandy, you drink and then take a little bit, and after you guys all eat, you hear the crowd go, "I love bears! This is amazing! It's just like Facebook!" And they're just like crying, and
just like Facebook.
It's just these people are all obsessed, and you see the spotlight, like they watch you for a little bit, but they're so excited, just like everything else has been knife throwing, flames everywhere, whatever, and then you just stick one paw in honey and they go nuts. It also was probably the best honey you have ever tasted. There's
Oh
like
yeah.
like a floral quality to it, but it feels like smooth. It's really good. And you see uh the spotlight kind of fades away and the lights are back on in the circus. And you see that the carnival top worker comes over to you, all four of you, and says, "You bears." And when he says bears, he airs, or his eyes land on you, Aristotle. Everyone go ahead and roll me a criminal. Roll me criminal really quick. Or actually roll me bear. That's what it is. This is hard. I think he doesn't recognize that you're not criminal or that you're not the bear, so it's kind of like a stealth check, but
I rolled a 4, which is a failure for me.
failure.
Yeah, same.
I rolled a 3 and that's a success for me.
I rolled am I rolling criminal or bear?
Bear.
I rolled a 3, which is a success.
So he looks at all four of you and he's like, "I thought that there were only two, but that's okay, that's okay. These beautiful bears." You see he gets back into it and he's like eyeing you, but he has to continue with the show. He's just like, how do you all like this honey?
Oh, great.
Love Lord, darling.
If you, and he turns to the crowd, if you would like to try my amazing Black Lotus honey, you would have to reach into the deepest part of my soul, unlock my heart, and get into the darkest place within me. This honey is straight out of my amazing line. It is passed, this recipe is passed down for generations. But I will say I have some of it here for you to taste today. Voila! And he looks over and you see a huge vault of honey is where these people have just pulled like a curtain down and it falls down to the ground. It is huge, it is made of glass, and it is like being pushed from the back of the festival or the back of the big top into the center. It is huge. It almost looks like a gelatinous cube, except it's honey and it's in a glass box, and it's very tall, maybe about like 20 feet tall, 20 feet wide. And he just says, "You may all try some of my honey, but after today, this vault will be locked away until tomorrow's show. And at tomorrow's show, after that, it will be locked away, and then it'll be, you know what? I'm realizing that the show is 7 days long. Either way, this vault will not be here forever. This might be your only chance to try Black Lotus honey from the Hidden Springs Circus." And he just kind of like bows, everyone kind of claps, and then they all kind of get in line to start trying to taste the honey.
As the ringmaster was talking, did we see any gold item hanging from their belts?
You did see a gold key hanging off of his chest.
So is this vault, is it like the cube is just filled with honey, or it's filled with like jars of honey?
Filled with honey.
Oh, wow. Okay. So we probably want to take it away intact somehow.
There are barrels
That's
all
a
around.
lot of
There are like
honey.
barrels all in the back.
Oh, there's barrels. Okay.
Okay.
You know, standard stuff. So you guys could do that.
I mean, he does have the key that we kind of need to open the vault.
Yeah.
So the key to the vault, sorry, I just understanding it. So it's a vault, like a glass vault filled with honey.
Yes.
Okay. And so the key itself is to like unlock it pouring or to get it to move.
It's like an actual like open it and it will pour out.
Okay, so is the vault itself on wheels?
Yeah.
It's like a giant tank of water, but a tank of honey,
Yeah.
essentially.
That's exactly the description.
Okay.
Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you.
So we need the key because without the key, we can't open it unless we like break it. But we could steal them separately, technically. Okay. And we're like muttering under our breath.
Yeah.
Arena talking about this. They don't know what we're saying.
Ferdinand, you remember that the bear that you had just talked to also said that it'll be out for 30 minutes, possibly. Like it'll be out for about an hour after.
Okay.
And so you remember him saying, 30 minutes, like that's where they cap it, and then it'll chill in the big top while they prepare to wheel it back into his tent.
So is he gonna like open up the vault and give honey to everyone in the line right now?
You see that people like there's almost like these little like keg taps in it, and the carnival hands are pouring little cups and then giving them to people, and then pouring cups and giving them to people. So
okay,
assume that this line, it's not it's actually it's pretty long. It's like everyone, but you're sure that if you could try to do something now, you could wait and then they'll be done and leave.
Is the key at his belt or is it around his neck?
Around his neck. And you see he disappears. He walks out of the big top. Like he's like, the workers will do it. It's fine. I'm leaving.
Bear Master, at the periphery of the tent, would Aristotle or any of the heist members have seen perhaps barrels catching rainwater that we could empty as it means to collected honey? Because there's a lot of honey.
Yes, you do see that there are barrels, whether they're collecting rainwater, whether they're holding like rope or just kind of like sitting around for utility, that could absolutely be used. You also did see a cart outside as well.
Are there elephants at this circus?
Yes, sure. Yeah, they're kind of chilling out on the other side of the big top.
Okay, this is out of character, but I'll pitch it to the team. Ferdinand figures, instead of going through all the hassle of just like trying to fill all these barrels and sneak them out, what if we just hooked it up to an elephant? We dragged the whole thing out and brought it back to our circus. And then we have this whole vault full of honey.
And an elephant.
And an elephant we could just use any time.
That sounds, I mean, who is going to stop an elephant just walking out?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But if we do that and we don't want to break the vault later, we will also need the key.
And it is a very, very large vault. So I feel like an elephant would have an easier time than someone such as myself.
So maybe someone gets the key, someone talks to the elephant, and we try to make it all work together.
Okay, well, I certainly would not be the one to talk to the elephant, but perhaps that little machine that Pana has, are you able to communicate with things other than humans?
I'm not sure. I mean, I did use it to make human speech before and it didn't work like super well. It got the point across, but there was some information loss.
You can just talk to other animals. Like
Yeah.
Also, I feel compelled to try myself at pickpocketing and steal that key.
Yeah, because Lena is the thief. I think Ferdinand kind of like, he's not wearing a collar, but he's like, well, I did take 3 years of elephant cultural studies in high school, so I think I'm pretty confident that I know how to talk to an elephant. You guys seem way better at the heisting stuff. If you want to figure out how to get the key and maybe figure that out, I'll go talk to the elephant and get them.
Birdie.
Yeah.
A wise bear once said, bring your desires down to your present means. Increase them only when your increased means permit.
Right. Okay. Well, right now, my current needs are that I have 3 years of elephant cultural studies under my belt and 0 years of heist success. So maybe I'll just stick with what I know, and then I'll increase it if I have success today.
Oh, you guys, he looked so
Excellent
cute
plan.
at his graduation day. His mom and I were clapping so hard.
Yeah, this is your moment to turn the elephant cultural studies into a high success. It's your big day, man.
Okay.
Ferdinand, it is your time to shine. And I like pat him on the cheeks.
Oh, okay. Well, you guys are the experts in this stuff, so I trust you to figure out how to get the key, and I'll go do this thing that's much more comfortable and safe for me to do.
Excellent planning.
Beautiful. So you're wandering over to the elephants.
Yeah, I'll Ferdinand will go talk to the elephants.
Yeah, there's two of them. You see they're kind of just talking to each other. They turn over to you. You're like, where did you come from?
Oh, hi. I'm actually from the other circus down the road. We're just here for that great big honey vault that you have. But I was thinking maybe if you two could help us get the vault out of here, then we'd have, we could work together, and that would be a huge favor for us.
We could be persuaded. Go ahead and roll for criminal. You get advantage because you're the face.
Ah, okay. So I'll roll 2d6.
And take the lower.
Cool. Whoops. And I got a 4 and a 6, which is a failure because I've got 3 in both my stats right now.
You kind of say, they're like, well, what's in it for us?
Well, the good feeling of helping a fellow animal to achieve his first heist and impress his mom.
Listen, kid, I want to tell you something. I'm getting a lot of nervous energy. Is that what's happening here? Are you nervous to talk to us? To do this?
Well, this is my first heist, as I said. I've never really done it before. My mom was pretty famous in this business, and now she's kind of passed it on to me. So yeah, I'm pretty nervous because I don't really know what I'm doing. I just thought coming over and talking to you would be the easy part, but I guess not.
You said you don't want to be doing this?
Not particularly. I mean, I'm kind of just doing this because my mom wanted me to do it. What I'd really love is to be, like a chef one day, because I got a pretty good nose for honey and desserts and stuff. But maybe I'll learn. Maybe I'll learn to love it one day.
Kid, listen. I'm gonna tell you something. I've learned this over time. It is my number one mantra in life. It goes like this. Hakuna Matata. It means do what you want and not what your mom wants, and you will go far. It hurts me that you don't want to even be doing this. It hurts, kid. I'm an elephant. I know this stuff. I'm wise. I know a lot, and I'll just tell you that you don't get anywhere by doing what your mom wants you to do. So what I will say, I will help you do this heist on the account that it's your last heist. You have to go and open a restaurant.
Wow. I mean, I guess you're right. I guess I just I was just going along with it, thinking maybe I'd learn how to love it. But okay, sure. I mean, you'll be helping me get a big shipment of my first prime ingredient for some delicious meals. So sure, yeah, I'll try to make it work.
Of course, kid. And I want you to make your own restaurant, and I want the first dish you make. That's all I'll say.
I mean, yeah, that sounds like a good deal.
Let me know when you need us. I guess we'll be over. We're over here. We're just
Right. Okay. Thank you so much.
Course, kid. And you see, he kind of turns to his friend and just kind of like starts chatting again.
Okay, I think Ferdinand scurries back to the to the other team members.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So you get back over. Pandy, Bearsaddle, Apana, what were you guys doing during that exchange? Did you have a plan of some sort, or were you?
I didn't have anything set. Did you guys?
Well,
I'm after the key.
Oh, yes.
You're moving after the key. You watch him leave. You watch him start to make his way out. You kind of follow after him a little bit. He goes into what you could assume is his tent. Go ahead, you can roll me. How exactly do you want to do this? Do you want to try to enter his tent and grab it? Do you want to try to like wait to see if he does something? Do you want to try to scare him and then grab it? Like, what would you like to do?
I think I'm going to try my two greatest talents that I have, which is because it's around his neck, right?
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to try to get somewhere above the height of his head and then just like claw it off and pull it up from his head when he isn't looking. So hopefully stealing it in a way from above that he doesn't even notice.
Oh yeah.
So maybe a good way to do this is climb up the tent above the entrance. And when he comes back out, which is going to have to do eventually, I'll just like grab down, hopefully get the necklace and like pull it up. And then he'll just move along and never know when he lost the key.
Yeah, so you walk over, you see he goes into his tent, he walks out, he goes over to a little wash basin area where he's just like kind of, doing a little cleanup, whatever. And you climb up, you see a tree close by that is kind of over where the wash basin is, and you start to climb up. Go ahead and roll me in bear, and you get advantage on it because climbing is your special skill.
Yep. Problem is I got like a 2 in bear right now, so this is still likely going to fail.
Oh no, didn't you eat honey?
Yeah.
You should move it. Don't you get an extra point in bear when you eat honey?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I still failed though. I got a 4 and a 5.
Okay.
So I failed a little more barely now, but I failed.
You start to climb up and you get to the top. You notice that you are not the fastest this time. Normally you're able to climb up and it's, quick and done, but it takes you a little bit longer. You think that he's going to be done. Like you see it's like this tree. He's got a mirror set up and he's just like washing and doing whatever. This is like behind the big top entirely, lit by like these beautiful like globe lights or whatever. But you're kind of above in the darkness. It took you a while to get up here, but you're here. Go ahead and roll for criminal to try to steal, and you get advantage because you're a thief.
Yeah, that was the plan. I just wanted to have double advantage.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that is a success. My lowest is the 1.
Beautiful. That is an amazing success. You are doing that bear thing where you've reached you're on this like impossibly tiny branch and you're like curved almost down to him and you're like holding yourself up. You reach one bear claw down and hook it on his necklace and pull it and lift it off and lift it back up and kind of like start to move yourself back. Roll me one more for bear. Yeah. This is to like stay on the branch and just like stay, not like when you're coming down and such. But yeah, you'll still get advantage on this because this is just it's still climbing. It's just downward.
Okay. I did it.
You did it.
I did it.
Yay.
Hook the necklace off. You see the key. You kind of toss it up and grab it, and you start to reach yourself, like start retreating and going back. And you start to. Are you heading back towards your friends?
Yeah, as soon as I got the key and can be sure that I'm like out of his line of sight, I'll return to Ferdinand.
Beautiful. You get back to your friends. You kind of walk in the tent and you discreetly kind of like flash the key to them. And everyone, you have the key to the vault.
Ooh.
In the meantime, you mentioned the line was long, but Bearstall would have liked to get on the line, or maybe her way onto the line to the front to get a taste of this nectar honey.
Roll me criminal.
I'm at a 5 for criminal. That's why I was like,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
so I'm trying to get some honey.
Would you like to get some more honey before you go and do this heist? You guys have the huge vats of honey.
Yeah,
Oh,
we were
okay.
given honey.
Mm-hmm.
Even then, I've been rolling bad, so I only have 1 bear left.
Oh no.
So should I maybe out of pressure, should I just go to the table and get some honey? Is there still table on the honey? Is there still honey on the table?
You still have some in front of you, yes. So,
Yeah, and, like, I only had a little sip, so like I hand you my honey because you
Okay.
drink for it.
Yeah, go ahead and move that. Move 1 point.
Yeah.
And you kind of walk up to the you stand in line. Who exactly are you gonna stand next? Are you standing next to someone to try to act like someone's kid, or are you just gonna try to like hope for the best and disguise yourself?
I tossed my hat out earlier. I go pick it up. That totally helps, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
And
Kind of move forward, just kind of tucked in as a honey badger.
if I see like a family with lots of kids, who maybe the parents aren't paying attention, I'm gonna try to just get into that crowd towards the front.
You absolutely see. There's like this. There, like a mom and a dad. They're like, "Okay, Sawyer, you need to come over here. Stand over here in front of me. In front of me. We're making a line. Oldest to youngest, come on." And they're just very much like trying to line up their like 7 kids. You completely just like fit in. And they're like, "Okay, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Huh. Go ahead. What did you get on your criminal? Did you succeed? Yeah.
I failed. My criminal is 4. I succeed.
Okay.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm not gonna ask any questions. Oh my god. And you see, they're just like, come on, get some. And you get some of the honey. Like they just kind of go down the line and hand each of you a cup. Get some of the honey. Not a call. Perfect. So, you get some of the honey. Yeah, you can eat this honey and move a point into bear again. It is very delicious. It is exactly the same as what you had in front of you. It feels nourishing, and good to your bones. Good all the way down to your bones.
I rush back to my friends. Just like, guys, this honey. This is the good stuff. What's the plan?
Well, right now it's just it's me and Pana. We're waiting for Ferdinand still, right?
And just as you say that, Ferdinand comes over.
Okay. So, how are we going to distract people to take this vault away?
Right. Well, we've got the elephants on our side, so they'll help us drag it all the way out. Yeah, we gotta figure out a way to get people away or out of here. Oh,
Well,
Dude.
I could.
Oh, Aristotle.
Boom. The barrel of boom boom powder, essentially, is
Oh.
what you see.
Aristotle, yeah.
I was going to go for an adorable distraction because I'm cute and can distract people with my cuteness.
So
But
Maybe we could combine both of them.
yes.
I mean, there's also still that pet move that we wanted to do earlier, where
this
we
is
just
true.
tear down the pet fence and scare the pets.
Honestly, I'm going to say this. I'm a big fan of montages in games like this. So if all of you, if you want to do that, let me know when you guys want to start that and we will just roll
Well,
and
what
see how-
if Aristotle sets up the boom boom near the cages? So it's a combination of creating a space for the animals to leave from and a distraction, and they just book it out of there. And all of the owners are trying to find their pets. And while that's happening, any stragglers I can distract by being adorable.
Mhm.
And Ferdinand, you can get the elephants hooked up.
Elephants hooked up. Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah, I also see no reason why we shouldn't do all three.
Stack all of them on top. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Everything all at once.
yeah.
Okay. So go ahead.
Oh, just yeah. Pana can go and get the, I don't know, thief skills at the pet thing. Aristotle sets up the black powder. Pandy is an adorable distraction.
Yes.
For the guards or for whoever is like trying to see what's happening in the big top.
Okay. So you guys go get yourself set up. So I will just go around in a very montagey way. So Ferdinand, you walk over to the elephants. They have harnesses on them. You just have to hook it up to the honey. So go ahead and roll however you want to hook it up to the honey. You can be secretive about it. You can do whatever. But you just have to hook them up to the honey. Aristotle, you give Pana the barrel. Are you going with Pana? Or are you getting the cart? Or I guess you don't need the cart.
Yeah, because the vault's on wheels, you said.
Yes, so
I will let Pana set up the boom boom barrel, and I am going to go to the if the pets don't seem to get the idea that something's gonna happen, I'm just gonna growl at them to move them to a corner away from the explosion.
okay, so Ferd, you go and you start hooking up the elephants. Pana, and then I'll have you roll criminal for that. Pana and Aristotle, you kind of make your way outside to the pet ring. You see people are kind of like still not fully filtered out. They're kind of hanging around and just kind of talking whatever. But you see the pets are kind of still just chilling. You start to set up the boom boom barrel in front of it. Aristotle, you're kind of on the opposite side waiting to see, okay, if they don't take, I'm gonna scream. Pandy, where are you gonna be cute at?
So I'm thinking I'll be right outside of the big top trying to get people to leave. So I'm just going to lounge adorably and be like, oh yes, come pet me. Hi.
Beautiful. Ferdinand, go ahead and roll me criminal.
Okay, yeah, I think Ferdinand is gonna do the same. He's like pretending to be a circus worker, like, oh, this is a normal thing, but then we just hook the elephants up to the vault. And so he's trying to play it cool, and that's the role
Beautiful.
that he's gonna be making. So trying to see. Oh, okay, thank God. That was a 1. So success.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, just yeah, success.
Beautiful. So you hook up the elephants to this thing. You are able to kind of successfully get them to the other side, so they're pulling the honey. Like they walk from one side of the carnival to the other, the big top to the other side, so that they will successfully be pulling. And just as soon as you kind of get them in place, you hear a bunch of guards go, "Hey, what are you doing?" And after they say that, you hear, out. As the boom boom powder goes off, you see that the fence explodes and like wood goes everywhere. And from the smoke, you just hear and just dogs running and leaping. You see a couple of cats are not. A couple of cats are kind of chilling, and they're like, "I don't care about explosions." And you just look at them, Aristotle, and you just start growling at them. Go ahead and roll for bear for me for that.
I'm gonna roll bear at all. Bear. Success.
Success. You just you're a little honey badger, but you are so like you climb on top of the fence and you automatically look like a bear. They're so confused. They start running away, just like and run, take off. As soon as the guards get a look at you, you kind of just Ferdinand, what are you doing? What do you do?
So they're like noticing me, but there's all this carnage going off.
Yes, you hear the explosion, you hear the cats and the dogs. They're noticing you, but the honey is hooked up to the elephants and they're ready to go. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I think maybe I'll leap onto one of the elephants and start riding this elephant vault cart out of the big top into the sun.
Yeah, so you kind of jump on top of it. Roll me bear real quick.
Okay, let me roll. Ooh, that's a 3, and I have a 3 in bear, so.
Okay, so you kind of pull yourself, like launch yourself up on top. You kind of slap the elephant's butt, and he's like, "Hey, don't do that."
Sorry.
He starts moving, starts pulling, and they have these like reins on them and ropes between them. They start pulling the honey away. You see the big top, like the ringmaster notices you, like makes his way through there. He's like, "Where's my key?" And notices you, yells at the guards, "After them." The honey starts to move out. Pandy and Pana and Aristotle and Pana, you see these two huge elephants and your friend, a bear, specifically a sun bear, riding on top of this huge elephant. What are you two doing, Pana and Aristotle?
I mean, this is great. I love this. Also, I think I'm done here. I'm just going to maybe put Aristotle on my back and give him a ride, and then just beeline for the vault and climb on top on the vault so the elephants will drag us off into safety.
If
Absolutely.
And knock something
Aristotle
down.
is on Pana's shoulders, so
Yes.
now Aristotle is more easily seen, hopefully by Ferdinand.
Yes.
Aristotle will yell now, "Use the branch!"
Okay, so you two, Pana, you guys can either roll separately your bear, or Pana can roll with advantage in this sense, because you're on top of Pana.
How do you feel about it, Pana? I'm 3 on each right now.
My bear is 4, so it might be better if I roll with advantage.
Go ahead then.
Okay, I did it. I got a 1.
Nice.
Yay.
Okay, you grab Aristotle and start boom, 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 making your way over towards these elephants. Jump, and then get to, like, with your height, get on top of one of the tents and just boing, bounce your way on top of the other elephant that Ferdinand is next to you. Kind of wave, and while you're in midair, kind of just like you hear Aristotle say, "Use the branch." And at that moment, about 15 guards that were all just chilling inside of the big top come rushing out. Pandy, what are you doing?
Oh God, I'm being adorable, but blocking the exit to the big top while being adorable. And I am a very large, like giant panda. So
Oh, yeah, you are.
hopefully
ahead.
I'm blocking it. I don't know.
Oh yeah, go ahead and roll me in bear.
Okay, am I being cute? Can I roll with advantage for being adorable?
You can roll with advantage because you're being adorable. Do you have like a little bamboo shoot that you're like, are you
The thing.
actually eating it? And so
I may actually be eating my dart thing now.
Oh yeah. So go ahead and roll with advantage.
Good thing it was an advantage because I rolled a 6 and then a 2, so I succeeded.
Absolutely. So they all run out. They're like, there it is. And then you see one of them's like, "Oh, there's a bear," and all the rest of them's like, "A bear! He's he's like, a panda bear. Oh, panda bear. And they all just like sit there and they're like, ah, this is so cute. And they just stop.
Oh, darlings.
The ringmaster comes out and he's like, you idiots, they're getting my honey. And at that moment, what would you like to do?
Me?
Yes.
Seeing that this is about wrapped up, I'm just going to stretch languidly, get up, and just amble away with my bamboo in my mouth, like not like pretending that I'm not a part of this.
Oh yeah. So you start to just like, okay, fine. It's fine. I'm not with them. And
I'm a panda bear. I don't care about honey.
the ringmaster's like, we don't have panda bears. Get after them. And the guards are like, oh, okay. And they start running towards you.
I think Ferdinand leaps onto the back of the vault, like the vault is going one way. He's looking at the guards at I think he pulls the branch that is hopefully not just a branch, but he's gonna like lightsaber style, like hold it and swing it at the oncoming, like he's far away, he's on top of this massive vault, but he's gonna just swing it in their direction.
As soon as you take it out, it feels like a branch, and then the second that you start whipping it around, it turns into a full tree. And you're just like, whoa. Candy, you're like watching this from afar, like, you can climb it, you can jump on a tent and try to latch onto it, you can do what you'd like.
Yeah, I guess I'll try to jump onto it and like scurry up.
Beautiful. So go ahead and roll me in bear. Just in slow motion, you like cocoon, cocoon. And just like, what'd you get?
I got a 2, so I succeeded.
You like see just one of the tufts of like a branch with a bunch of leaves. You grab onto it, and as Ferdinand swings, just kind of like brings it back, swings it back. You kind of land on top of the elephant behind Ferdinand. Ferdinand, as soon as you bring it upright, it turns back into a branch.
Wow.
Oh, that was so cool.
I'm glad that I took this one. This seemed to have paid off.
I say, I told you the branch was useful.
Your mother would be so proud.
You disappear into the night. You have a vault of honey just completely motoring through the grass behind you. These elephants that are very quickly like making their way away. It is a very unsettling sight. Not unsettling. It's an interesting sight. You've got a sun bear, and also I think you're a black bear.
Yeah, I am.
A sun bear and a black bear riding on the back of a black bear with a honey badger on their shoulders.
Yeah.
And also a panda bear riding on the back of these elephants. And you guys kind of make your way into the night. You finally arrive back at your circus. There is a huge celebration of honey. It spills everywhere. You're celebrating. You're doing what bears do, which is party. But yeah, that with your success, that is where we'll end this game. You guys pulled off the honey heist of all honey heists.
I did get the honey.
Yay.
That was ridiculous. And in the best possible way.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Actually, towards the end, I think I had a use of my speed talker left. So maybe as we went off into the night, the black bear was just holding up their phone, and the phone shouted out, "So long, suckers."
Yep, exactly. Before we call it quits, let's do a little like epilogue of like where the bears are after, a month of this heist. So let's start with Pandy. Pandy, what are you doing? You are a washed up, retired muscle bear, panda bear.
I am, so we have our own kind of carnival. So I am just lounging luxuriously in my own tent, and people can come to see me just munch on my bamboo, and I offer advice and tell stories of my grand adventures, and some of them might be true. Maybe.
I love that. Aristotle, what are you doing?
Aristotle enjoyed seeing Ferdinand take the reins on their first heist. But Aristotle decides that was a good way to go. I'm gonna go back into retirement. I'm gonna focus on my writing. And Aristotle does not know how to write because he's a honey badger,
Yeah.
but claws out bark from trees as if writing these wisdoms that is completely illegible, unreadable,
I love
but
it.
just leaves wisdoms on trees.
I love it. Oh my goodness. Ferdinand, I'll come back to you at the end. Pana.
Yeah, I think, well, Ferdinand has to run a restaurant now.
Yes, that's very true.
And she might just join in on that and become a waitress that is just way too talkative and will absolutely try to scam everybody for a higher tip.
Oh my god, I love that. And last but not least, Ferdinand, what are you doing?
Yeah, I think Ferdinand probably takes the elephant's words to heart, and he sits down and has that tough conversation with his mom that he's been putting off, and says, I gave it a try. I don't think I'm cut out for this. What I really realize I want to do is start my own restaurant. So I think I'm going to do that if you're okay with it. And I think he starts a honey themed restaurant where everything is honey flavored and honey themed.
Absolutely. So we will close this adventure on, Pandy in the back of this beautiful restaurant telling their stories and just like, oh, and this one time I did this as well, and everyone's hooked on every word you say. Aristotle, takes one for the road, but is out, creating stories that no one can read. Pana and Ferdinand are working and living in this restaurant and are really benefiting off of, this amazing new life that you have found. Yeah, that was an amazing honey heist you guys pulled off there.
Yay!
Thank you
That
so
was
much
so
for
much
being,
fun.
oh my gosh, thank you so much for being amazing bears. You guys were all amazing. I love this game.
Thank you for
Thank
being
you
an
for
amazing
bear
bear
mastering us.
master.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, thank you, Lexi.
It was
Yeah,
so much fun.
excellent Fair Master.
It's only one game where you can have a black bear with a honey badger on his back, like just jumping onto an elephant, and this might be it. I think this is the only game where that kind of thing can happen. So I love it so much.
Yeah.
I love bear mastering you all. Perfectly capable bears and criminals, I will say.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It was a blast.
Oh yeah, thank you to everyone who watched. It was so much fun to see you guys talking and enjoying the bear puns and adding bear puns. I'm so bad at puns, so I needed someone else to do that for me. So, oh my gosh, it was so much fun.
Yep.
I think that that's all.
Should we mention the stream for tomorrow?
Yes, oh my goodness. Tomorrow this same channel is streaming Glitter Hearts.
Yes.
It's going to be a few familiar faces from this game and then also some new people, but it's all to celebrate Women in Gaming Month. And we just really appreciate Hoard of Tales for letting us, do these games. So continue supporting them for doing something like this. It's amazing.
Yeah. So the stream tomorrow is 2 p.m. Eastern.
2 p.m. Eastern. What is the other time? I don't know.
Yeah, let me
8
just look it
o'clock.
up. I think it is
It's 6 hours later. If
2
it's,
Yeah.
p.m. Eastern,
uh,
8 p.m.
Europe
Central European.
Yes. Beautiful. So we will see you then. Please tune in. It's going to be such an amazing Magical Girl session. Sure to knock your socks off. That's all I'll say. Okay. Other than that, are there anything else I should say?
No.
Okay.
I think we're good.
Amazing. Have a great rest of your day, night, existence right now. Take care, be safe, and love each other.
Fair wave.
Fair wave.